The first time I walked into the wrestling room, I was nervous. The guys started staring at me. I didn't see any girls around. And the coaches didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know whether I'd stay, whether I'd go. It was nerve-wracking. I didn't even know if I wanted to stay. But the more I got into it, the more everyone accepted me.
I was glad. I was wondering if she would stick with the program or not. You know, I was glad to have her in there. I wanted her to be successful, but I also wasn't sure if, you know, because it was first girl, I wasn't sure if she was in the last program or not. Because I have the same question about boys, but with girl, it's just a little bit more obvious.
I was surprised. I didn't know girls would turn out. It was 4 girls. One of them dressed in sweats. The other ones came out of the locker room and they had on little tight shorts and tight t-shirts. And I told the girls, I said, look, I've never coached girls, but if I am going to coach girls, they're going to dress mean and frumpy.
I don't think the team ever really did. I think they convinced some individuals that maybe said something or did something just weren't quite comfortable. But I made a point of being sure that, you know, we address the fact that it is just another wrestler. Glad to have her. So.
Girls are a little more emotional sometimes. Other than that, sometimes they're easier because a lot of girls are more mature, more intelligent, but every now and then they're a little more emotional.
I'll admit it, I was a bit more emotional than the guys. But I mean, who wouldn't be when you put your entire self into something?
My favorite tournaments are the girls' tournaments because they fight harder than the boys.
I think it's exciting for the sport. It's pretty cool to watch not a new sport, but a new sport for girls evolved nationally and internationally. It's come quite a long ways.
There will be more. A lot of states are kind of lagging behind. Some states still don't have a girls' state tournament, for example. They don't have a girls' schedule. You know, some of that type of mentality. I mean, we've done that with hockey, and we've done it with some other sports where there's now ladies playing those sports, and there's ladies leagues and ladies tournaments. And I think that wrestling is going to be the same thing. I think you're going to see the numbers go up.
I think a lot of it's the old school bias. Wrestling was always looked at as like a ancient male sport, not as much as a pretty young lady walking down the hall and going in the restroom getting all sweaty or getting bruises or getting a bloody mouth. So it's probably a lot of apprehension, but I think it's good for young girls. They can develop as young ladies and also learn to compete, and a lot of girls are just naturally good wrestlers.
I think that the most profound thing that I've seen is I had a girl last year, first year wrestler senior, and she told myself and one of the other coaches that she felt more respected in the wrestling room than any place else. That meant in the school. She had a home situation where she was living with relatives, and just overall she felt respected in that room. And that really hit home with me. And what I tell the girls is women want to be loved, men want to be respected. And that respect that the women get from that sport, from the guys, is basically allowing them to speak a man's language, is respect. And for that reason, that's why I'm really for girls wrestling.